When we visit the jinja, the Shinto shrine, we place donations or saisen in the saisen box. Whether you join us remotely or in person, please keep this custom when you participate in our ceremonies. Your donations allow us to continue holding these ceremonies and other events. The QR code links to our PayPal Giving Fund, and there are no additional fees when you donate it by the Giving Fund. Please subscribe to our channel and do not forget to ding the notification bell. Also follow us on the social media. You can find links in the video description below. In our world today, it is important to practice and share eco-conscious traditions. Our video ceremonies are one way to learn how to show our respect and appreciation for life and nature. These videos are not to be watched and forgotten about. Honoring nature is part of our everyday lives. Joining our ceremonies helps cultivate a feeling of gratitude and remove the impurities, kegare, that occur from living our lives. Attending ceremony is the spiritual equivalent of cleaning and dusting your home. Anyone is welcome to attend our live stream ceremonies. You can join us for free as a public supporter and receive an invitation to our virtual community center on Discord. There are several types of memberships with monthly or yearly billing options available. As you can see, ShintoInari Kai membership has many great benefits, and you learn more about Shinto and Japanese culture by being a member. We even have memberships for families and businesses. If you choose a family membership, pets can be included. If you wish to become a member, then visit our website ShintoInari.org and find details on shrine membership under the Get Involved tab of the main menu. We have launched the Kitsune Club to support a permanent Shinto shrine in Los Angeles and the world's first mobile Shinto shrine. We dream of holding our 10-year anniversary celebration in March 2027 at our own shrine location, and we are fundraising to make our dreams come true. The Kitsune Club offers exclusive rewards in gratitude for your support. You can scan the QR code on the screen or visit the Support Us page on our website. You can also support us by visiting our shrine pages on Zephy, Bonfire, and eBay, where you can get Shinto shrine-inspired clothing, Hollywood memorabilia, and Japanese traditional crafts. You can scan the QR codes on the screen or visit the Support Us page on our website ShintoInari.org. Do you know what a gokito is? Gokito is a private ceremony where we ask Kami-sama to grant our wishes such as career success, recovery from illness, passing exams, protection from bad luck, or opening a new business. You can see a complete list of the gokito by scanning the QR code on the screen or by visiting our website. Gokito can also be held to express gratitude to the Kami-sama for the blessings we have received. We can express our appreciation to the Kami-sama with gokito like Shin-on Kansha. At our pop-up shrine or at our future permanent shrine, you can also make a ore mairi, a visit of gratitude. We are proud to be able to offer all gokito over Zoom and make these important ceremonies accessible to you wherever you are. When we have a permanent Shinto shrine in Los Angeles or our mobile Shinto shrine, we will be able to hold Gokito in person. Find out more about Gokito by scanning the QR code on the screen or visiting our website. Before we start, I'd like to explain some basic etiquette for Shinto shrine and ceremonies. During the ceremony, please do not wear hats, caps, or sunglasses. Let's also refrain from talking, texting, drinking, or eating. Lastly, please remember to silence or turn off your cell phone. When you are attending Shinto ceremony, be sure to sit and move in a way that shows respect to the kami-sama. Behaving in this way is paying respect to kami-sama. Temizu is a purification for your body and spirit. It is an important way to show respect to kami-sama. At the shrine, we have a temizu-ya. At event location, we have a temizu set, which is a base of water, a dipper, and drain bucket. At home, you can use your sink and running tap water. To perform temizu at home, turn on the water. Rinse your left hand, then rinse your right hand without touching anything. Cup your left hand and pour some water into it. Then cup the water into your mouth from your hand. Let the water run out of your mouth into the sink. Then rinse your left hand and close the faucet. Then dry your hands with a clean towel. Take a moment to clear your mind and level your spirit. Face towards Los Angeles, California. Please support us by donating osaisen. The ceremony will begin shortly. Thank you for your patience. When we visit the jinja, the Shinto shrine, we place donations osaisen in the saisen box. Whether you join us remotely or in person, please keep this custom when you participate in our ceremonies. Your donations allow us to continue holding these ceremonies and other events. The QR code links to our PayPal Giving Fund, and there are no additional fees when you donate it by the Giving Fund. Please subscribe to our channel and do not forget to ding the notification bell. Also follow us on the social media. You can find links in the video description below. In our world today, it is important to practice and share eco-conscious traditions. Our video ceremonies are one way to learn how to show our respect and appreciation for life and nature. These videos are not to be watched and forgotten about. Honoring nature is part of our everyday lives. Joining our ceremonies helps cultivate a feeling of gratitude and remove the impurities, kegare, that occur from living our lives. Attending ceremony is the spiritual equivalent of cleaning and dusting your home. Anyone is welcome to attend our live stream ceremonies. You can join us for free as a public supporter and receive an invitation to our virtual community center on Discord. There are several types of memberships with monthly or yearly billing options available. As you can see, ShintoInari Kai membership has many great benefits, and you learn more about Shinto and Japanese culture by being a member. We even have memberships for families and businesses. If you choose a family membership, pets can be included. If you wish to become a member, then visit our website ShintoInari.org and find details on Shrine membership under the Get Involved tab of the main menu. We have launched the Kitsune Club to support a permanent Shinto shrine in Los Angeles and the world's first mobile Shinto shrine. We dream of holding our 10-year anniversary celebration in March 2027 at our own shrine location, and we are fundraising to make our dreams come true. The Kitsune Club offers exclusive rewards in gratitude for your support. You can scan the QR code on the screen or visit the Support Us page on our website. You can also support us by visiting our shrine pages on Zephy, Bonfire, and eBay, where you can get Shinto shrine-inspired clothing, Hollywood memorabilia, and Japanese traditional crafts. You can scan the QR codes on the screen or visit the Support Us page on our website, ShintoInari.org. Do you know what a gokito is? Gokito is a private ceremony where we ask Kami-sama to grant our wishes such as career success, recovery from illness, passing exams, protection from bad luck, or opening a new business. You can see a complete list of the gokito by scanning the QR code on the screen or by visiting our website. Gokito can also be held to express gratitude to the Kami-sama for the blessings we have received. We can express our appreciation to the Kami-sama with gokito like Shin-on Kansha. At our pop-up shrine or at our future permanent shrine, you can also make a ore mairi, a visit of gratitude. We are proud to be able to offer all gokito over Zoom and make these important ceremonies accessible to you wherever you are. When we have a permanent Shinto shrine in Los Angeles or our mobile Shinto shrine, we will be able to hold gokito in person. Find out more about gokito by scanning the QR code on the screen or visiting our website. Before we start, I would like to explain some basic etiquette for Shinto shrine and ceremonies. During the ceremony, please do not wear hats, caps, or sunglasses. Let's also refrain from talking, texting, drinking, or eating. Lastly, please remember to silence or turn off your cell phone. When you are attending Shinto ceremony, be sure to sit and move in a way that shows respect to the Kami-sama. Behaving in this way is paying respect to Kami-sama. Temizu is a purification for your body and spirit. It is an important way to show respect to Kami-sama. At the shrine, we have a temizuya. At event location, we have a temizu set, which is a base of water, a dipper, and drain bucket. At home, you can use your sink and running tap water. To perform temizu at home, Konbanwa. Hello, I'm Izumi Hasegawa, the head priest of the Shinto Shrine of ShintoInari in America. This evening, we will hold our annual Earth Day ceremony, 地球感謝の祭り Dear Earth 2026. In the ceremony, we invite 雨のみなか主の神、高み結びの神、神結びの神 to the ceremony where we show our respect, gratitude, and renew our commitment to our planet. After the ceremony, we have a special closing talk featuring a guest speaker, Adrienne Blythe. She will talk about the relationship between people, freshwater plants, and the environment. The ceremony and closing talk will remain open to the public after the live stream, so please spread the word for our planet. In 2024, we held our June Tsukinami-sai ceremony at our parent shrine in Japan. Usually, we only share the audio of our ceremonies, but that time we were able to show videos of the ceremony too. Next year, March 2027 will be our 10-year anniversary, and we hope to share live videos of all monthly and seasonal ceremonies held at our permanent shrine by then. And we dream of holding 10-year anniversary ceremony at our own shrine location. To do this, we need your support. We are currently looking for a shrine location in Los Angeles, and we are fundraising to make our dreams come true. We have launched the Kitsune Club to support a permanent shrine in Los Angeles and the world's first mobile Shinto shrine. The Kitsune Club offers exclusive rewards in gratitude for your support. You can also support our shrine by Zephy, Bonfire, and eBay pages, where you can get Shinto shrine-inspired clothing, Hollywood memorabilia, and Japanese traditional crafts. For details, please visit the Support Us page on our website, ShintoInari.org. Thank you for joining our annual Earth Day ceremony, 地球感謝の祭り Dear Earth 2026.
Konbanwa. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Omplanesi. I'm an on-site volunteer for the shrine, and I'll be sharing shrine information before and after the ceremony. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Before we start, I'd like to go over some basic Shinto shrine and ceremony etiquette. Please do not wear hats, caps, or sunglasses. Let's also refrain from talking, texting, drinking, or eating during the ceremony. And lastly, please remember to silence or turn off your cell phone until the ceremony is completed. When you are participating in a Shinto ceremony, you should conduct yourself as if you were meeting someone very important in a formal situation. If you ask someone you would really respect for a favor, you would be very polite and on your best behavior. Behaving in this way is paying respect to Kami-sama. If you were participating in the ceremony in person, you would be facing the altar. Since tonight we're not able to be all together, we ask that you face in the direction of Los Angeles, California instead. During the ceremony, we ask to follow the traditions, such as standing up and or performing and holding vows. But if health issues permit you from doing this, feel free to remain seated. If possible, please perform the actions, such as vows, as if you were standing. We also ask that you follow the tradition of making osai-sen, or donations. Your contributions make this and other ceremonies possible.
In January 2025, we launched our mobile Shinto shrine campaign and raised $13,635.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much, as these funds will go towards securing a vehicle for the world's first mobile Shinto shrine. Next year, in March 2027, we will have our 10-year anniversary. Arigato for all your support. Without you, we could not make this milestone. This growth has inspired an exciting next step. We are launching the Kitsune Club Hosankai, a supporters program where contributors directly support our fundraising efforts. With this Kitsune Club program, we open the Shrine's Rent Support Division beside of the world's first mobile Shinto shrine. We dream of celebrating our 10-year anniversary event at our permanent Shinto shrine, one built with your generosity.
The Rent Support Division is for a dedicated, permanent Shinto shrine building in Los Angeles. As of right now, we operate out of Reverend Izumi's living space to use as our shrine, shrine office, storage, shipping center, and her professional workspace, all in a tiny 358 square foot space, smaller than a one-car garage. Unfortunately, this prevents us from providing a shrine for public visits. Even the number of on-site volunteers have to be limited due to a lack of space. Trust me, it's very, very small.
By securing a permanent location, we can create a dedicated shrine space that will allow us to host in-person events and ceremonies, while also providing a proper home for the world's first mobile Shinto shrine vehicle.
Let's take a moment to thank all the volunteers for helping our shrine. They provide a helping hand from all over the world. Arigatou gozaimasu for your contributions. Please give them hakushu.
ありがとうございます。
Although it may look like there are a lot of names on the screen, running a global shrine is not easy. Each person has a limited amount of time, so we greatly appreciate more dedicated volunteers to help, particularly on-site volunteers in Los Angeles to help with shipping and in-person events, as well as a remote fundraising volunteer. So, for anyone looking to establish their community contribution, perhaps for a college application or community service hours in general, this is a great opportunity. I've personally seen growth in my understanding of Shinto since helping out. But not only that, also a stronger bond with Kami-sama. I hope you'll join us.
We are very grateful for the support we have received from the ShintoInari Kai community since the shrine opened in 2017. Throughout the significant global changes, we have grown and learned together. To continue serving you with the same level of care, we will be implementing adjustments to our membership structure starting June 1st, 2026, so that we may best manage recent increasing shipping and item costs.
Beginning June 1st, new members will pay a one-time initiation fee to cover new membership items and shipping. However, existing members will not be subject to this fee. This change will remove the current 3-month waiting period for monthly memberships. Existing memberships will renew automatically at the new rates after June 1st this year. New memberships will reflect these rates at the same time as well.
We have also posted information about this update to our website at ShintoInari.org and have sent an email to you, so please be sure to check your inbox and visit our website for more information. Alright, then let us begin the 2026 地球感謝の祭り Earth Day Ceremony Dear Earth. Shubatsu Purification お供え物と参列者の汚れを払うために、お祓いの神様に汚れを払う祈願の歌を読み、大草を振って汚れを払います。読んでいる間及び払われている間は、起立して頭をお下げください。
To purify the offerings and participants, the priest recites a prayer and waves a purification wand. While the priest is reciting the prayer to the spirits of purification, Kami-sama, please stand up, perform a medium bow, and hold the bow. The priest will wave the purification wand over the participants 4 times, once for each of the cardinal directions. When your turn comes, please stand up, perform a shallow bow, and hold the bow. Your turn depends on your direction from the shrine, which is located in Los Angeles. For example, if you are located north of Los Angeles, then you will stand up and bow in the direction of Los Angeles while the priest waves the purification wand facing north.
Please stand up and perform a medium bow and hold a bow until the priest asks you to be seated. かけまくんも賢きいざなぎの狼つくしのひむかの立花の音のあはぎ腹にみそぎ腹へ玉石時になりませる腹江戸の狼たちもろもろのまがごと積みけがれあらんおば腹へたまい清めたまえと申すことを聞こしめせとかしこみかしこみも申す。Please raise your head and please be seated. For all side participants, please stand up and perform a shallow bow and a hold bow. Please be seated. For YouTube participants, North, please stand up, perform a shallow bow and a hold bow. Please be seated. For East YouTube participants, please stand up, perform a shallow bow and a hold bow. Please be seated. For YouTube participants South, please stand up, perform a shallow bow and a hold bow. Please be seated. For West, please stand up, perform a shallow bow and a hold bow. Please be seated.行進の儀 Inviting Nature Spirits 最上に雨のみなか主の神高み結びの神神結びの神をお迎えします神様をお迎えしている間は起立して頭を深く下げます
The priest invites Kami-sama, nature spirits, Ame no Minaka Nushi no Kami, Takami Musubi no Kami, and Kami Musubi no Kami to the ceremony. While the priest is performing inviting ritual, please stand up, perform a deep bow, and hold the bow.
Please stand up and perform a deep bow and a hold bow. please raise your head and please be seated. いっぱい A single bow 開始の挨拶のいっぱいを神様に向かってします。神主に合わせて参列者も起立していっぱいします。
A bow to pay our respects to Kami-sama, nature spirits, and to inform them the ceremony is beginning. Stand up and perform a deep bow along with the priest.
Please stand up. We're gonna count down 3, 2, 1, deep bow. Please be seated. Kensen Presentation of the Offerings 神様にお供え物を捧げます。
This is a presentation of the offerings to Kami-sama, nature spirits.
祝詞と奏上 Prayers 象神柱の狼雨のみなか主の神高み結びの神神結びの神に自然が豊かな惑星地球を作られたことに感謝し自然破壊をしてきたことを悔やんで環境を守る運動を進める決心をしたことを伝える祝詞を読みます。読んでいる間は起立して頭を下げください。
A prayer is read to the Kami-sama, nature spirits, who created this planet. Sooka Sanshin, or the three creators, Ame no Minaka Nushi no Kami, Takami Misubi no Kami, and Kami Musubi no Kami, who came into existence at the time of the creation of the universe. The prayer is a poem showing gratitude for this planet that was created, our regret to ignore rather than cherish this planet, and our commitment to protect the planet. Please stand up, perform a medium bow, and hold the bow until the priest asks you to raise your head and be seated.
Please stand up and perform a medium bow and hold a bow until the priest asks you to be seated. かけまくもかしこき雨のみなか主の神高み結びの神神結びの神のお前にかしこみもさく今しお神たちが作りたまえる地球の男は、水の惑星と称されるごとく、狼たちの噛む計りによりて、絶えなる水に満ち溢れ、それが水は増加の妙にして、神羅万象万物を生み出し、豊かなる自然となれり。
豊かなる自然をよみがえらせたまい。今さらにこれが運動して進めさせたまえと、かしこみを申す。Please be seated. 玉串拝礼、リーチャールブランチオファリン、神様への感謝の気持ち、決意、祈願を込めた玉串を捧げ拝礼します。参列者は代表者に合わせて自席にて起立して拝礼します。
We solemnly offer the tamagushi with our gratitude, wishes, and determination to Kami-sama nature spirits. While your representative is offering the tamagushi, please stand up and imagine in your mind that you are holding, rotating, and placing the tamagushi. Then, in your heart, give a message of gratitude with your wishes and determination to Kami-sama. Then perform 2 deep bows, 2 claps, and a final deep bow synchronized with your representative. As our on-site volunteer, I'll be your representative this evening, after the priest. Reverend Izumi will pray first, then guide you through each step of this ritual.
Stand up. I'm handing tamagushi to Omplanesi, and he's walking to altar. And rotate tamagushi and hold the tamagushi both hands. Place a message to Kami-sama in your heart. Then rotate tamagushi and place tamagushi on altar. Please play synchronized with him. First deep bow, 3, 2, 1, deep bow. Second deep bow, 3, 2, 1, deep bow. First clap, 3, 2, 1. Second clap, 3, 2, 1. And one last time deep bow, 3, 2, 1, deep bow. And please be seated. Removal of the offerings. 神様へのお供え物を下げます。
Removal of the offerings to Kami-sama, nature spirits.
一杯、a single bow。終了の挨拶の一杯を神様に向かってします。神主に合わせて参列者も起立して一杯します。
A bow to pay our respects to Kami-sama, nature spirits, and to inform them the ceremony is finished. Stand up and perform a deep bow along with the priest.
Please stand up. I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, please bow. Please be seated.昇進の儀 Sing of Nature Spirits 最上から雨のみなか主の神、高み結びの神、神結びの神をお見送りします。神様をお見送りする間は起立して頭を深く下げます。
The priest is seeing off Kami-sama, nature spirits. Ame no Minaka Nushi no Kami, Takami Misubi no Kami, and Kami Misubi no Kami from the ceremony. While the priest is performing the ritual, please stand up, perform a deep bow, and hold the bow.
Please stand up and perform a deep bow and hold a bow. Please raise your head. Please be seated. Closing the ceremony. 神事を無事終了いたしました。神主がご挨拶をします。
We've successfully finished the Shinto ceremony. The priest will now address the participants.
We have a guest speaker for this year's 地球感謝祭 Earth Day ceremony. Adrienne Blythe さん is from the University of Auckland in New Zealand and has a master's in ecology. Adrienne さん will speak about the relationship between people, freshwater, plants, and the environment. Tonight we have a special guest for presentation, Adrienne Blythe さん。こんにちは。
こんにちは。
Thank you for joining our ceremony and thank you for providing your presentation. It is very interesting and for me, the both way
you have a fantastic study. And also, I know you when you were little. So I'm kind of really impressed you are doing these things as an adult and student. So you are talking about the environmental and cultural significance of freshwater plants. So the Shinto, we use some plants for ceremony. So I'm kind of interested in how, that these plants affect to our life and then human and the creature living in the same environment. So I'm gonna hand the microphone to you.
Hi everyone, as Izumi-san introduced, my name is Adrienne Blythe, and this presentation will be on the environmental and cultural significance of freshwater plants. So, let's talk about it. What is a freshwater plant? Well, this definition can include any plant that lives in or on the water. So there can be plants that live in the ocean, those are marine plants, but for this we'll be just talking about freshwater plants specifically. And these plants can come in a huge array of shapes and sizes. Some will float on the surface, some live underwater, some live on the edges of the water, like half on land, half on water, and some of them can do everything. They can do all of this. Most of them are quite resilient, so they can reproduce through tiny pieces, these fragments that break off from the parent plant. And this is so effective as a survival strategy that a significant number of them no longer even produce seeds. So these plants are really important to aquatic ecosystems since they create habitat where animals like fish and bugs can live. But on top of this, they can even change the quality of the water itself. So most of them add oxygen and they make the water clearer, which makes them very popular as aquarium and garden plants. So here on the left, we have parrot feather, which is an example of one of these popular plants and is regarded to be very beautiful. However, because of this, plants like parrot feather and these two on the screen here, Brazilian waterweed and duckweed, can end up as pests. And this can happen either through escaping accidentally or being intentionally released into the wild by people where they can just completely take over and change the waterway. And you might be wondering, well, aren't these plants good for habitat? Why would this be a bad thing? Well, when a plant is introduced to a new location where it doesn't normally live, there is a chance it can become too successful. It's just like weeds in your garden. You know, some of these plants can form these masses that are so thick, a boat's propeller can't even cut through them. So their ability to change the water quality also results in them changing the waterway to suit them better. And this, as you might expect, would be bad for the plants and animals that already live there. And the people that live there as well. We've seen the worst case scenario of this in Papua New Guinea in the 1970s, where an infestation of this plant Salvinia, a floating plant, was so severe that people there could not even use their boats to leave their villages. And unfortunately, this resulted in a lot of people starving to death. A lot of villages were abandoned because they just couldn't get around. And they couldn't go fishing or hunting for food either. So that is the worst case scenario, but yeah, these plants can have a lot of unforeseen consequences. So moving on, we've got a map here. So this is a map of where Brazilian waterweed, the plant that we just saw on the previous slide, lived in 1990. So in this green area, we can see this is where it was native to. So this is where the plant normally lives. But in these purple areas here, this is where the plant had been introduced to in 1990. So for the aquarium trade or any sort of reason why people would want this plant, it was introduced to these countries. So you can see there's at least one country on every continent, but it's pretty empty in 1990. And we'll move on to the next map. Here is 2025. And you can see it's a massive difference. So here's 1990, Here's 2025. So you can see that the range has expanded on pretty much every single continent. These maps actually came from the research for my master's thesis, and this was one of the plants that has expanded its range the most in the past 35 years. So this is something we have to keep in mind when we're thinking about why these plants actually can be harmful. So those impacts that we just discussed, how people and plants and animals can be affected by these kinds of species being introduced somewhere where they're usually not supposed to be, even though when it normally wouldn't seem like a big deal. So let's talk about why these plants are important to us in the first place, aside from the environmental reasons. There are numerous uses for them, which I've grouped into 6 main categories here. Well, first off, their most common use is in gardens and aquariums as ornamental plants, as we discussed. But there are quite a few other reasons, like for example, some of these plants can have spiritual or religious significance, like water lilies, which we will talk about next. Many aquatic plants also have a very high rate of absorption for nutrients and toxins in the water, like heavy metals, which come from agricultural and industrial runoff. This ability, which we call remediation or phytoremediation, can be used to purify the water in locations that have high rates of pollution. So this is a very useful use for these plants, although it's more on the scientific side. Some plants also have edible parts, so like water chestnut or lotus root, which you've maybe had before. Then less commonly, there is material use. So plants such as water hyacinth, which we'll also be talking about, can be used for materials such as furniture, textiles, paper, rope, plastics, and much more. Some people have even created businesses around this. And then last, there's bioenergy, which this is a very general term. You could use this to describe fuel, but it can also be used to describe fertilizer or animal feed. And we'll talk about a few plants that fit all of these different categories up next. So this first one is water lilies. So this actually refers to a very large family of plants. So the water lotus is part of this family, which is probably the most famous. Generally, they've become pretty synonymous with peace, and the lotus in particular is really important to Buddhism, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and many more different cultures and religions. In some places, this is even used as a traditional medicine or food, like those lotus root chips we described. And it's even the national flower of places like India and unofficially Vietnam as well. But because this is such a culturally important plant, it has spread to many new countries outside of its typical range. So these plants, water lilies, are actually very difficult to remove once they establish somewhere. You wouldn't think it, but because of its ability for fragmentation and how resistant it is to any sort of management, it's quite difficult. And because of this, many species of water lilies, including the lotus, have actually been banned from sale in New Zealand. So another plant I've seen is Mexican water lily. I've seen huge patches of this plant in New Zealand it is banned, but because it's already been there, they've been trying to remove it for many years now, and it seems like it's just getting worse. So this is why there's a ban on it in the first place. But yeah, these plants can be quite difficult. Next up, we'll talk about cattails and reeds. So these are also pretty famous plants that are culturally important to many different kinds of people, and I decided to highlight these two because of their relevance to Shinto. So you've got the miscanthus reed on the right here, and that plant is important for the Chinowa Kuguri ritual. And on the left here, you have cattails, which is relevant to the Inaba no Shirosagi legend, where the pollen of the cattail was used to save the rabbit's life in the legend. And some species of these plants are less invasive than the other ones. There's only a few species of these two that are invasive, specifically in North America. They do have a tendency to take over an entire area, so nothing else can grow. But they are very useful plants, which is what makes them so culturally important. So both of these can be used as fuel, They can be used to make ethanol or just as animal feed, so it's important for bioenergy. But there's also some research suggesting they're useful for restoring polluted areas too. So this is that remediation we were talking about. First, their roots and shoots are edible. Their pollen, they're diverse in their uses. So they're edible. Pollen can be used to make flour. Supposedly, mashing the roots can be used to make a salve for skin wounds as well. And historically, they've been used for building boats, furniture, producing paper and clothes from the fibers, even making chopsticks from the flower stalks, and using the seeds for insulation, which is quite amazing. So both are pretty important plants. We just prefer to see the native ones out in the wild and not the invasive ones. Lastly, we're just going to talk about water hyacinth. So you've probably seen this plant before in people's ponds. It's one of the most famous aquatic plants. It comes from the Amazon initially, and it floats on the surface of the water. And these showy purple flowers here is what makes them so popular. It currently has the largest global range of any of the plants that I studied. It was introduced to the US as early as 1884, which is a long time ago. And now it's present in at least 139 different countries, which out of, 195. So that's more than half. It's banned in at least 24 different countries because it's so invasive. And actually, because of this, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, also the IUCN, this is an international organization. They have put it on a list of the 100 worst invasive species in the world. So this one's quite bad. It even, in Bangladesh, where it is actually a major problem, it's even been nicknamed the Terror of Bengal. And this is partially because of how fast it grows and how difficult to kill it is. And on top of this, it is suspected to harbor disease around its roots, like cholera, encephalitis, schistosomiasis, and maybe even creating habitat for mosquitoes, which is really bad. So the good news is some countries with bad infestations of it have actually managed to take advantage of it somewhat. They've been using it as fuel, fertilizer, those material goods we talked about, while others are experimenting with its uses in remediation to reduce pollution as well. So we got to talk about how we can enjoy these plants safely, because they're not inherently evil. It's just that they cause problems when they're introduced somewhere by people. So if we want to be making the right choices for the environment, we got to do two things. A, we have to check where the plant we're buying comes from, and B, we have to figure out how to get rid of it safely when the time comes. And this advice applies to all plants, not just these freshwater ones as well. It's always better to buy native plants if you can, but this can sometimes be hard to determine when many plant nurseries or online stores have a very limited selection, so they might not sell them, or they don't even tell you where the plant comes from in the first place. So you can do basic research about what kind of plants grow in your area to get a better idea of what you would want in a pond or aquarium. For example, I looked up, in quotes, California aquatic plants, because I'm in California right now, and immediately 3 local websites popped up with good advice. So this is one way you can do it. However, if you are going to buy a non-native plant like water hyacinth, you just have to be careful and make sure that it's contained somewhere safe and won't end up in a waterway nearby. So, if, for example, if you live near a river, if there's a flood, are your plants going to move from your pond into the river? That's something that we want to avoid. That's an accidental introduction. On the other hand, this means that if you do not want to deliberately introduce it anywhere either. If you need to get rid of an aquarium or pond plant at any point, you must not dump it into any sort of water source. A green waste bin or regular trash works just fine. And this also goes for aquarium animals. You should not ever dump them anywhere, because even goldfish, which, everyone knows goldfish, but they're actually considered invasive in some places as well. So we just have to be careful about this. And this also means educating any friends or families that you have that might have a pond or aquarium, or someone that you're going to gift these plants to, they need to know this as well. So this is something that this is one thing we can do for Earth Day to make sure that we're enjoying nature and these beautiful plants safely within our own homes. And that's pretty much everything. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I've got my QR code in the corner here. And most of this information came from my master's thesis. So if you'd like any more information on that, please let me know. And yeah, thank you so much. Arigato, Izumi-san, for the opportunity. And yeah, have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for Adrienne-san. The presentation is really educational. I didn't know that, some plants are kind of invading the environment. So I thought all plants green are good for us, but I'm so impressed, and I learned today a lot through your presentation.
Yeah. And, I just want to remind people that the plants themselves aren't inherently bad. It's just when they're brought somewhere where they didn't live before that they can have these kinds of effects. And that's why we really need to be careful about what kind of plants we're buying and how to take care of them, and when we need to get rid of them, we're doing the right thing and not just dumping them into the local river or lake or whatever. So it's just good to know, I suppose, and you gotta do your research if you want to do your part for the environment.
Yeah. So we are sharing this planet not only, within humans, so living this planet with other creatures than other plants. So we have to seek the harmony, how to, live with them. So that's a really good message on this day, Earth Day today. So ありがとうございます。Thank you, Adrienne-san.
Arigato.
For our next upcoming ceremonies, our May Tsukinami Sai is to be announced. This is because Reverend Izumi will be on her trip to Japan. We will let you know when the archive video is ready for the May Tsukinami Sai. Our June monthly Tsukinami Sai will be on June 1st at 7 p.m. Our Natsu Matsuri ceremony date and time is to be announced as well. As for Nagoshi no Harae, on Tuesday, June 30th at 7 p.m. Pacific, we will hold our annual Nagoshi no Harae ceremony on YouTube livestream. Nagoshi no Harae is one of the 2 great purification ceremonies during the year to purify ourselves. Please stay tuned for updates and information about Natsu Matsuri, Nagoshi no Harae, and our future ceremonies by visiting our website at ShintoInari.org, checking our social media, and by subscribing to our emails. If you are interested in participating in Nagoshi no Harae and plan to send in Hitogata and or Katashiro and then submit the application form, please pay especially close attention to our announcement. Remember, Hitogata and or Katashiro must arrive at the shrine office by June 27th. Also, as a reminder, next year, in March 2027, we will have our 10-year anniversary. Please contribute to our campaigns or spread the word on your social media. Help us realize the dream of celebrating our 10-year anniversary event at a permanent Shinto shrine. Visit our website, ShintoInari.org, for links and up-to-date details.
This is a conclusion of the 2026 地球感謝の祭り Earth Day Ceremony Dear Earth. ありがとう to our guest speaker Adrienne Blythe. And ありがとうございます for your support by participating in this ceremony. And ありがとうございます to Omutora Nessie-san for helping with this evening ceremony and operating this live stream alongside Sora-san. This is Omutora Nessie-san's first time ever helping with the live stream, and we are grateful to have him here to help. Yay! The 地球感謝の祭り Earth Day ceremony and closing talk presentation will remain open to the public. I hope next year we can hold this ceremony on our permanent shrine or on site somewhere by World First Mobile Shinto Shrine. So please support us. Please be safe and be well, and please take care of our planet. May the 神様 be with you. ありがとうございました。